Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome. How are you today? How's everything going? I am not sure if I'm set up correctly. I think I am. Doing some serious last minute adjustments. Let me just make sure. 1 sec. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Oh, okay. So, hey, everybody, welcome. It's Tuesday. Tuesday. And the nesty besties are all in the nest. Welcome, welcome. Who do we have here? Who's in the nest today? Let's see. We've got, let me go all the way back. Mama Bear Knows 777 was first here early in the morning. I saw Marwa here early. No One Cares, Old Broad, LRPD. No One Cares has a birthday? Happy birthday, No One Cares. Happy birthday. That's awesome. Let me get you. Would you like a I love you, Chantal? Or what can I get you? What would you like? I don't have too many birthdays on this channel because I don't go live every day, but we can certainly set something up for you. Yeah, that would be awesome. Let me give you I love you, Chantal. Let me see. Oh, you know what I have actually? I have this.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Oh my goodness. Okay. What else? All right. Here we go. Now we're rocking. All right. Happy birthday, No One Cares. I hope you're having a great day so far. Mansoor Mike, hello. Riraku Mushi, hello. Sachi Bell. Carolyn, just a GA girl. How are you? Yeah. Great Dane Mom Conkel, how are you? How's the pooch? How's the pooch? Miss T, yes. Kaisa Winter, yes, there's plenty of room in the nest. Everybody just scooch over, make room, make room. Yeah. Do you like my new outfit? Do I need to make it a little bigger so you can see it better? Let's see. Yeah, we're dressed up today. We're dressed up. We've got a special outfit on. Yep. Oh, there's one by No One Cares. Oh, just scooch right in. That's nice. The Gaining Gird. No, Gaining Gird. We are just getting started. We just got here. Pix is here. Yeah, of course she's on time. Always. All right. Virtual Troll Riot. How are you? Okay. As long as it's not as painful as the birth. Oh. Yeah, I heard that too with Chantal singing, right? Yeah, I wouldn't do that to you guys. I have plenty of other painful audio for you all. Yeah, so how do you like my outfit? I put it on special for you guys today. It's purple. If you notice, it's purple. Thank you very much. Coffee is all over your screen. Too funny. All right. So I pre-recorded the workout part, and then we're going to watch the spaghetti mukbang. So we're going to watch that live together. Now, just because I pre-recorded the gym part doesn't mean that we can't stop and chit-chat in between. I can easily pause it, but it's all ready to go. Purple lingerie. Oh, yeah, baby. That's right. That's right. Yeah, it definitely, I don't know if it complements the owl's eyes, but it definitely makes them stand out, doesn't it? Yeah, it sure does. Yes, we are ready to go with lingerie and all. All right, let's take a look at the gym and see what's going on over there. I mean, yikes. But she seems pretty serious now about her workouts. So let's see. Let's see. Hello and welcome back to Are You Serious Well, Foodie's getting serious and she's in the gym. Let's see how that's going.
Hello. Hi guys, so this is what I'm wearing to work out, and
I don't know if you guys can hear anything. I can't at all. It might be my earbuds. Let me do an adjustment. That could be
I'm
it.
gonna do 10 minutes on the machines here in our building, so may as well try them out. It is air conditioned here, so that's a plus. All right, so
I thought she had a little microphone that she was using. I mean, I don't know. When I think about how much, certain people put into their videos and like they don't even have large channels, and then you look at this person who does the absolute bare minimum. Like the audio is terrible. She has to edit this before she uploads it. She heard how bad the audio was and maybe she tried to turn it up, but really, like if it's that bad where no one can hear you, go back and re-record. It's not, I don't know.
yellow, let's try it.
Yeah, let's work out.
Yeah, so it's her because he's right next to the phone and he's recording and you can hear him fine. So she probably hasn't caught her breath yet from coming down on the elevator and she can't project her voice, I guess.
My handsome husband is filming me, as you can see.
Hi guys. Matching colors.
Yes.
Okay, baby.
Twinsies. They're twinsies. Twins. So why does she just wear the head cap when she's streaming, but when she goes to the gym, she has to drape a huge hijab? Okay. All right.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Yellow. I'm gonna try doing this elliptical.
So Salah's the personal trainer. Is that what this is? Okay. And she's wearing one of her new tops. You can't just, it's just so, you can tell she doesn't want to be there. She's only doing it because he's forcing her, basically. And she's not dressed for a workout. She's not going to be putting in the effort of a workout.
Been very hard on me, so I don't know if I can, but we'll see. All right, let's see if I can do 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
There is a timer on the equipment itself, this display, so she could set it herself.
Okay. 5 minutes started.
All right.
So she's going backwards on the elliptical, so she's working her hamstrings. I think going forward would probably be easier for her, but
It's really hard on the legs.
nope, the reverb was built in. That was I built that in. The Gaining Gird, $4.99 from the Gaining Gird. Thank you so much. 1 minute on the elliptical. She's ready for base camp. You know it. Oh, she's all ready to go for sure. 100%. Yeah, she should be ready by October.
Oh yeah, baby.
Make sure you guys can hear that.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, baby. Thanks for the support, Gaining Gird. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Thanks. Thanks so much.
Good job, babe.
Thank you.
Keep going, keep. You can do it.
My legs are on fire already.
Now, have they checked the resistance to make sure it's on 0? Like, she should just be using her own body weight. Nothing should be added.
This was always the hardest machine for me at the gym.
We all count on you, babe.
We count on her? We count on her for what?
It's an older machine too.
It's okay, still working.
Not even a minute and a half yet.
I can't do it.
Still 3 minutes and a half.
I can only do 2. Okay. I can only do like 2 minutes, right?
It was a minute and a half, not 2 minutes. So take a break, grab some water, drink some water, take a rest, and then either get back on that or go on the treadmill for 5 minutes.
So maybe I can improve my stamina in time, but my legs are like rubber right now. Just after 2 minutes. Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, the most exercise you've gotten, Chantal, is getting up and off the ground after eating a 5,000 calorie meal. Like, that's literally it. You can't even walk across the street. So, yeah, an elliptical for a minute and a half, I'm sure that wore you right out.
Never mind.
All right. So we're going to finish the 8 minutes. I think I'm going to do some walking in the apartment where it's air conditioned. Outside is too humid, I think.
So if you've watched Chantal for any amount of time, you're already sensing the list of excuses coming up. I mean, yes, you live in Kuwait. It's summer. It's August. Yep, it's hot. You used to live in Canada where it snows and has moderate temperature all year. And, you know, there was a reason then not to do anything. So it's too hot. Then it was, oh, I don't want to go to the gym because I can't film there. Okay. Well, how about the gym in your building? Oh, okay. Oh, the equipment's too hard. I'm just gonna walk around my apartment because it's air conditioned. Don't tell me that gym's not air conditioned. It's gotta be.
Yalla. Hi guys. So
what did she do for the remaining 8 minutes? She doesn't say.
I am feeling really like I set up everything to try to do some like walking in place. You know how like YouTube has those like walking in place videos?
No, I don't know those walking in place videos. They don't get recommended to me. Walking in place videos. Let's see, what would we get? Okay, so we have walk at home, 10-minute walking workout for seniors and beginners, walking in place to burn belly fat, 20-minute low impact workout, workouts with Jordan, 3-mile walk, walking in place. Let's look at this guy.
As you walk in place, lift the knees high. If you can, bring the thighs all the way to horizontal. This is strong walking. Lots of willpower.
Yeah, she can't do that. Let's look at this guy. No. Yeah, she can't do that. There's no way. She can't do that. Not at all.
Well, I feel really dizzy and like I realize how out of shape I am. And it's depressing because it's like a perfect storm right now of me having taken my medication, it being so hot that it's really, I'm just over it. And exercising in like full covered, you know, my head covered and everything just to do it on camera. I seriously just want to cry right now.
So cry, Chantal. Let's see the tears. Cry. cry. You could exercise any time of day, whenever you wanted, and not have to wear all of this. And you definitely didn't need to do this full draping hijab and your polyester top. I mean, you know, again, it's woe is me, poor me. The world is against me. I'm trying, guys, but nothing's working. That's what's depressing.
I don't feel like I can do this like on camera until I'm more adapted to the heat, like at a smaller weight.
More adapted to the heat. She's been there. She first went there in October of last year. Came back for what, like a month or so? She's been there since March. She's been there for 5 months and all summer long, and she's not adapted to the heat. Yeah, you got to leave your apartment once in a while to get adapted to the heat. And even then, it's difficult. You picked a man in Kuwait. That's just the reality.
With a hijab on, with a hijab. So, I don't know what to do. Maybe we could.
You do know what to do, Chantal, and everyone else is going to be in the comments telling you what you should do. You know, it's just, this is just content. Can you tell I'm over it? This is just content. That's all. My struggle.
We go mall walking, but it's the same thing. It's too hot for me, and even in the air conditioning, fully covered at my weight. So I feel.
And again, she's not the first Muslim in Kuwait to have issues with the heat. She's not the first, and she won't be the last. Women have figured it out. Get something made for you. It's probably going to be less expensive. Yep. Oh, listen to me. Just cut myself right off. Yep. Fiona's mom, hijabs, you can get all different kinds, and different sports companies make them, like Nike, Reebok. They make some for swimming. Like, you can get all kinds that are very breathable. There is a fencer. She does like fencing, you know, like with the I don't know what you call it, but like basically you're all dressed in white and you have an opponent and you poke them. Fencing. What is her name? Ibtihaj Muhammad. And I've met her in person, and she wears hijab while she's fencing. She's like, I don't know if she's an Olympian, but she's definitely a pro. They even made a Barbie doll after her. And like, she wears sports hijab. She's always in hijab. Like, people have figured this out. Like, yeah, you can wear a warm hijab if it's winter and you want to be extra warm. I have some that are like so breathable that it feels better to have the hijab on than it does to just like have my hair in a ponytail even. Seriously. Yeah. So this is all just excuses, in my opinion, than what you paid for those tops. Have something made out of a sports fabric that's breathable, that's roomy, some leggings, and a sport hijab. That's it. You look like you're dressed to go to the office. I'm trying to work out, saying you're too hot.
Really dizzy, and I feel like I should exercise at first uncovered. Even like, you know, maybe some sitting exercises at first.
Yeah. Yeah. Sit right there and move your arms, you know? Just sit there and pump your arms up and down. Richard Simmons had, I think he had a VHS tape like that was like that, or he had at least one person that was working out with him, like seated, so you can see how to adapt the exercise if you're not able to stand up for a long time, but still moving your body. She should totally do that. Why not?
Because I get tired very easily, and
sorry, I had that covered. Yeah, I link his video in the description. It's a real old video, but if you want to do it, Richard Simmons is so much fun, you know? Just sit there and pump your arms up and down. Richard Simmons had, I think he had a VHS tape like that was like that, or he had at least one person that was working out with him, like seated, so you can see how to adapt the exercise if you're not able to stand up for a long time, but still moving your body. She should totally do that. Why not?
Because I get tired very easily, and it's also, you know, I feel depressed because I realize in these moments how, you know, how much work I have to do on myself. And I don't want to do it. It's really painful.
Well, it's either do it or die. It's your choice. It's always your choice, Chantal. You know, there are things that most adults don't want to do, but they have to. And we just do it because you have to. This is just one of those things you have to do, whether you like it or not. Or you can die. It's up to you.
And hard and awful. It's depressing. Not having any comfort food at night, you know. So it's all of that mixture of things right now that just make this whole thing so much harder. I honestly feel like I could fall asleep right now. I feel trapped because I feel like my medication like keeps me mood stabilized, like it stabilizes my mood, but at the same time it makes me feel like a zombie, and I don't like that feeling, you know. I want to be more energetic and I'm so sorry. I want to just have energy to do a lot of things. And
Well, when Chantal went to the weight loss center in Ottawa, I did a whole video on this, and we went through the medical notes that she posted herself, and the doctor kept taking her off of escitalopram, which is Cipralex or Lexapro, kept taking her off of it and putting her on a different medication, kept prescribing a stimulant found to be useful. She doesn't want to take that. She keeps insisting on taking the Lexapro, and then she complains about the side effects of Lexapro. Doctors have already told her what to do. And she's like, as if she's some kind of medical mystery, like no one can figure out how to help Chantal, or like a real case study of like someone who they just can't figure it out. They don't know what to tell you. You know, it's just impossible, absolutely impossible. And the only thing she's really looking for is to be told that she can eat whatever she wants, however much she wants, and that she'll be healthy. You know, I mean, she's living in a fantasy world.
honestly, instead of just like going through life like, yeah, I'm okay, like a robot, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if that's the side effect you have from that drug, might maybe listen to a doctor who tells you to stop taking it and to take something else.
How I feel, maybe I need different medication. I don't know, but that's why I would come off of them, because, and which you're not supposed to do by yourself, but I mean, I would discontinue them on and off.
Dr. Chantal knows best. Dr. Chantal can figure it out herself, clearly. Yeah, on and off. I'm sure that's been very helpful. Yeah.
But life is so much more bearable on them, that's for sure. I mean, because of my moods. So that 2 minutes was so hard. My legs felt like jelly, and I'm so tired. And I feel like I'm gonna pass out after 2 minutes on an elliptical.
It was 90 seconds, not 2 minutes.
Maybe tomorrow I should aim for 3. I don't know what I should do, but I think I'm gonna try.
Oh, we have a new subscriber. Who's that? We got. Oh, I gotta play it again. I gotta make sure we get all our nesty besties all in the nest together. Let's see who it was.
I love you, Chantal.
Monica. We've got some emojis in here that it doesn't recognize, but Monica, welcome to the nest. Welcome, nesty bestie. Everybody scooch over a little bit. Let Monica have a seat. Okay. All right. Get comfortable, Monica. Get comfortable.
doing small exercises that don't make me feel like this. And I'm gonna have to just wear like nothing on my head, t-shirt, and like pants or shorts.
Small exercises that don't make her feel like this. Newsflash, when you first start exercising, you're going to feel like crap for like the first 2 weeks. You're going to feel like absolute crap. Everything's going to be sore. You're going to be breathing heavy. You're going to have cramps, the whole nine. That's just part of it. It's just part of it. You know, and this, like, what I sort of find frustrating, but at the same time, I'm just so dismissive of her in general, is because I've had people like this in my life where the answer has been given to them. What do you need to do? Well, the doctor changed your meds, so take those meds instead. Like, that's step one, but they don't follow that. They just go back on another drug that they think is better for them because they know better than the physician. Okay. And then, you know, then you have this like circular talk of like, oh, I can't go outside because it's too hot. Maybe I can exercise on camera when I'm thinner and it's not as hot. Like, okay, really? And so don't exercise on camera at all. I don't care. Really. And, oh, you know, they're down at the gym it was 2 a.m., 90 seconds on the elliptical going backwards. Did you even check if the resistance was turned on? Like, what if it was? 90 seconds. And then to just be like, okay, I'm done. Go upstairs. Oh, I'll just walk around my apartment because it's air conditioned. What? Because the gym isn't? And then it's, oh, I'm going to do walking in place videos. And then it's, I'm going to do seated exercises. And now it's, I don't know what to do. You know? I've had people like this in my life where it's like the answer, you've already discussed the answer in 10 different ways, but it's all just discussion. It's all talk. And that's it. That's it. And it's like, you don't want to help yourself. It's obvious. When someone is ready to help themselves, they get the answer, they ask clarifying questions, go to a professional, and start doing it. Start doing it. You got to start doing it. That's the missing component here. Start.
Because I'm just like dead meat. I don't know. This is going to be so hard.
Yeah, it is. But you put yourself there. So you got to get yourself out of it.
Anyway, I don't even feel hungry. I just feel like I want to sleep, which is good. Alhamdulillah, I'm glad I don't feel hungry. But if I really think, like if I start to think about it, like I would want to eat for comfort reasons, not for being hungry, because I'm not hungry at all. I had not that long ago half a banana. The other half was like really terribly bruised. And a yogurt with like 2 cookies crunched up inside of it. Like 2 digestive cookies or whatever. So yeah, I'm okay. But as an actual physical hunger, but like, of course my mind always wants something. Anyway, honestly, what my mind, when I think about like for comfort food, a big bowl of spaghetti with cheese on it, that would be so good.
She needs something to do. She needs a hobby. She needs other things to focus on. This like unlimited amount of free time. Like, yeah, you could sit there all day and think about things to eat. Yeah, anyone could do that, of course. But if you have stuff to do throughout the day to take care of, if you get a hobby that you're interested in, you start to get a craving, but you realize that you're not hungry, sit down and work on your hobby. Make some jewelry. I don't know, whatever. Something that involves your hands. when I was trying to lose weight a couple of months. Well, it was during COVID actually, and I just was worried about being home all the time and gaining weight potentially. So I just started doing my nails, like really working on my nails and giving myself pedicures. It was like pretty often, pretty often. But you know, it's like it requires focus. You can't just grab something while you're doing that. You know, your hands are busy. So, I mean, you got to distract yourself. This is how therapy comes into play, not only to figure out why you're constantly craving and thinking about food, because that's one issue into itself, but how to distract yourself, you know, how to break away from that for even short periods of time so that you don't go make 2 pounds of spaghetti with a bottle of Parmesan cheese on it.
But I cannot have that now. Maybe later in life, but right now I need to get my health back. This is atrocious. This is scary. I feel like I can't do anything, which I can't.
Well, you can do something. You can sit there and talk down to people. Why don't you do that? That's going to burn some calories. I know I'm being a jerk, right? I know. I am. But that's one hobby she enjoys.
Can't. You know, I just want to walk bees. If I ever get to a point where I can, we're gonna walk for like 2 hours straight in bees. Maybe by the winter time here, but for now I can't go out there. I was gonna go for a walk outside, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna overheat. I feel so nauseous.
It's not just the heat, Chantal. You physically can't do it. You physically can't walk for 10 minutes straight. That's like another excuse she's making for herself. Oh, it's the humidity. The humidity doesn't cause chest pains like you had the other night. Otherwise, everybody in the state of Florida would be having constant chest pain. It's not humidity. It's your body. You've done this to yourself. And you don't seem to want to find a way out of it. It's just a bunch of excuses. Nobody here listening to this cares about your excuses. I don't care if you get healthy or not. I really don't. I don't know you. You don't mean anything to me in my life. If you want to destroy yourself, I'm still just going to sit here and make videos for people to watch, to react to you. That's it. It doesn't really matter to me. So all of these elaborate excuses that you're coming up with are to your own detriment. You're making excuses for yourself, to yourself.
Anyway, guys, I wanted to share, exercise with you. I obviously can't exercise without a hijab on, and exercising with a hijab is a bit difficult for me. At least tonight. Maybe tomorrow it will be different. I can always try again tomorrow. So yeah, that's my struggles. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now, or soon. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Okay, well, that's that. That's that. A 10-minute video from Chantal, giving us excuses as to why she can't work out. Yeah, that was very interesting, informative, and entertaining. Yeah, that's sarcasm. So, but hey, at least you didn't have to give her a click, right? Yeah. Hope to come back to you soon with some more interesting content. Have a great day. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's pretty pathetic, honestly. It's pathetic. I saw a couple of questions here, specifically about her death. So yeah, she's got to do something or she's going to die. It's really at that point, I don't think anyone is exaggerating when they say like the end is near, it's imminent. It absolutely is. So in Islam, we have to be buried as soon as possible. I saw someone mention that per Islamic law, it has to be before sundown. That may have been way back in the day. Typically, well, I know I'm speaking for myself in the States now because, I've looked into where I can actually be buried, and it's not usually going to happen the same day. It's going to be within a few days, as quickly as possible is the main thing, as soon as possible. because there is no embalming. I saw someone else mention that. That is correct. There is no embalming. You are washed, ritually washed by women. There'll be no man seeing your naked body, even in death, and wrapped in a white cloth. And you will be placed into the ground, just in the white cloth, with a stone under your head, and your body will be turned so you're facing Mecca. And that's it. And they fill in the dirt, and you're done. You're done. And then I was going to say life continues. It kind of does. It continues from there, per our belief. So, yeah. So as far as Chantal passing away in Kuwait, I don't believe, I can't imagine that Kuwait as a government would allow like an actual funeral home where embalming takes place. I don't think that they would allow that. So for foreigners, you would really need to have your ducks in a row if it's a possibility that you think that you may pass away while you're there. I've seen where like a housekeeper that was killed by the family that she worked for was sent back to the Philippines. They sent her body back. So, and I saw someone mention she'd have to be refrigerated if they wanted to ship her back to Canada. And that's true. And with her weight, they would be paying for refrigeration and freight charges for the weight itself. So that's going to be plus the cost of the flight, that's going to be very, very expensive. And where she has taken her shahada, where there are people there to vouch for her, to say that she is Muslim, she would be buried as a Muslim. Absolutely. So that's something that she has to consider. Sometimes when we're faced with our death, when we're confronted with that, you really start to look at the basics of what you really believe. Like, am I okay with having the Muslim burial? Now, for me, I don't see any other option. For me, that's what I want. But for someone who's maybe newly reverted or someone who has developed other beliefs over time, they may be like, I want to be in the cemetery with my parents. And that's a perfectly natural feeling, but you can't be. There are rules, there are laws about, at least in the States, I'm sure in Canada, as far as where Muslims can be buried, because it's like an environmental issue, I guess. Like, I will not be able to be buried with my sister or my mother because they'll be buried in a traditional, Christian cemetery. I won't be able to be put there. So that's something that, you really got to, when that time comes, when you're nearing that time, she may start to question a lot of things. So that could really, she's got to do some thinking about that for sure. Yeah. I just think after the desert walk video, he was embarrassed by the comments they received about how huge she is and how that reflects on him. Also, he was definitely on the phone with the side chick. Well, it's like if it's a business call, if it's a bees or spray business call, why do you have to walk away back to the car? I mean, if it's business, aren't you speaking Arabic? And she doesn't understand Arabic, so who cares? Who cares? Like, I can't think of one time, because I'm trying to think, is this a cultural thing? It's not. I can't think of one time being in Egypt that my ex walked away from me to take a phone call. I can't. So I don't know. Maybe he was speaking in English, and she couldn't hear what he was saying. So do Muslims have a service when they bury? Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. There's something called the janazah prayer. And every Muslim who knows about this person's passing is strongly encouraged to attend. And it's a special prayer, the way that it's done. And you would have, and really, like, whatever your traditional customs are for yourself, if you wanted to have like a remembrance ceremony or like a celebration of life type of thing, absolutely, you can do all of that. Traditionally, for Muslims, the janazah prayer should be done for sure. Rest in peace. The cost of shipping her back would be on Shmi her mother or Salah as a husband. I guess that would be determined between them. I don't think Salah could afford it. It's got to be thousands. I mean, think about the cost to get Sam to Kuwait as if she was going to do that. I mean, it's almost 1,000, if not a little more. When I brought 2 dogs with me back on the plane, it was about 1,000, maybe a little more, just for the plane, let alone like, you know, other stuff. But that wouldn't apply for people. But yeah, it's expensive. You're taking up space on a transatlantic flight, and it has to be air conditioned. That's the main thing. You know, you can't have a body that's decomposing on the plane. I mean, not to be morbid, but you got to think about those details, you know? Yikes. Oh, Santiago, how's it going? Former airline employee here. Bereavement fares aren't cheaper. They just have laxer rules with changes. Interesting. Yeah. Bereavement is for the living. We are talking about getting 500 pounds of dead weight across the world. Exactly. I had a very good friend of mine. He was overweight his entire life. I met him when he was actually I celebrated his 21st birthday party with him and his 30th. And I think I saw him a couple times again after that. And then with COVID, he passed away. And I remember, I met him when he was 19, actually. I used to work with him. And rest in peace, James. And I remember at 19, he was over 400 pounds. And I mean, he had the best personality. He was the nicest kid ever. But he passed away during COVID. His family wouldn't tell anyone what happened, why he passed away. And he had posted something on Facebook saying like he was at the hospital and he was getting better. And then the next thing I knew, there was an announcement. So I went to the service and his parents were talking about the cost of the coffin. They were saying like it cost so much more to get a wide enough coffin for his body. Now, I thought, to me personally, it's a little crass to be talking about that at the surface. Like, why am I overhearing that? But hey, you know, everyone deals with grief in their own way, right? We allow plenty of allowances for people who are grieving. You know, people do some weird stuff. But including myself, you know, I'm sure I haven't been rational during different types of loss, you know, for sure. But that was a major concern to them, just finding a wide enough casket because he was buried. So, under the golf and set her free. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's organic material, right? Fish food. That's awful. Sorry. I'm not trying to offend anybody. Believe me, I'm really not. With death and topics like that, sometimes I do. It's not a nervousness thing. I just kind of joke about it because I don't know. It's not a nervousness thing, though. I know that. But it's just a way of dealing with it, I guess. I think the Canadian embassy would become responsible, and then the army gets involved. Sadly, she's still Canadian. Yeah, she's Canadian at the end of the day, for sure. At my dad's wake, my mom, the most prudish of women, was crying and said, "I'm so glad we had sex the night before." Yeah, see? Nice. That's awesome. Well, we all sat there with jaws dropped. Grief is weird, y'all. Exactly. Yeah. That's an excellent example. Yeah, things you just say. You're not thinking about what's appropriate socially. You're just dealing with your own grief. That's really funny. Oh my God. And she's prudish to begin with. You know, that makes it even funnier. Santiago says the Canadian embassy provides information, but it's not on them to pick up costs. Exactly. Yeah. They will help with you. They'll help the family with logistics and things, but yeah, they're not paying for anything. No. Especially if there is a way for them to deal with her burial in the country that she's in. You know, it may not be the family's preferred method, but if they don't have however much it would cost to transport the body, you know, that's what they would have to deal with. So, yeah. Wicked Weird Wednesday, welcome. My brother is 20 and is about 400 pounds. He's been big his entire life. I'm terrified for him. It's very scary. Actually, my friend James had lost a bunch of weight when he was like in his mid-20s. He got a different job and it was very physical. And his grandfather had passed away, and that motivated him to start working on his health. And he got skinny. Like, I remember seeing him and I asked him jokingly, like, are you on the crack pipe? Are you smoking crack? Like, how did this happen? How did you drop so much weight in such a short period of time? Like, it had probably been a couple of years since I last saw him, but still, from 400 pounds to like under 200, like he had like skin hanging and everything, but like, so what? It's your health, you know? But yeah, he ended up gaining it back plus some. So it takes a lot of commitment. You know, sometimes people think, oh, if I can lose the weight, but keeping it off is oftentimes harder than losing it in the first place. I think you have to be embalmed to transport. I think you're right, Jack in the Box. Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. Yeah, probably. Oh. My little pooch. He sees something outside. He wants to go out and bark at it. Oh. Oh, he's such a goof. They have a business relationship. As such, he cares very little for her. It's all transactional, so it's awkward whenever he has to play at loving her like a spouse would. Yeah. It's like they're co-workers, essentially. Yeah. He's not married. No self-respecting Muslim woman would marry a low-class bum who cannot provide. Okay. I don't know. I don't think we know much about Salah, like at all. Bork. Yeah. He wants to go out. He wants to go outside. So let's see. Let me see what I can do. I just got to get up for like a second. Do I have any music I can? Yeah, I have music I can play for you guys. Oops. That's what we. Hey, please. All right, just a second. Took 5 minutes. Now he's asleep. Good. Is that music good? Like, is it too loud or can you still hear me over it? I think it's cool to have some background music sometimes, you know? Best hold music ever. I'm Canadian, often in the USA. My parents lived in KSA for 30 years. Really? Wow. That's a big change. Big change. Wow. Okay, thank you, TX Voodoo. I assume it's Texas. How many bites until Chintz finishes her spaghetti? 4 or 5 bites. I watched a little bit of it, and she just kept twirling it. So, I don't know. I couldn't get through it. I said, I'll watch this with you guys. Whinge bag. Yep, she sure is. You like the music? Cool. I got some other music we can play too. Similar vibe. Until I move back east sometime in the next 12 months. Wow. Back east. Oh, come on back. Hey, Juliana. Yes, we are. We still got spaghetti mukbang. Yes. How are you and Anna today? How are you? They left Saudi and speak so fondly of Muslims and Islam. Wow, living in Saudi Arabia for 30 years. Wow. That's something. She would be stuck there if she died. Is it 3 days before they get burial? Wooden tops, welcome, by the way. Pretty much what my understanding has always been is that it's as soon as possible. There should be no delay at all. And because of different logistics in different countries and areas, like my area is not, there aren't a lot of Muslims here. So there would be some scurrying around, like, what do we do? Like I already have the funeral place, like, the funerary place, like picked out, and it's in a different state, but it's not far. But yeah, it's a lot of logistics. As soon as possible. Yeah. Thank you, Marwa. Yeah. Mid-Atlantic. Oh, I'm a Philly girl originally, but lived here for 25 years for husband's job. He passed in 2020. I'm going back to where family is. I'm sorry to hear that, Texas Voodoo. That's good to get back with family, have some people around you. That's good. Love the talkative puppers. Yeah, you just needed to look outside, and now he's back in, laying on the bed. So, yeah. You have ADD, so you always have to have something to listen to. I get that. All right. Mukbang. Spaghetti bolognese. Diet dinner. Diet dinner? Really? Are we supposed to believe that? Diet dinner? Oh, let me show you Ibtihaj Muhammad quickly. The fencing person. She is an Olympic athlete, by the way. I was correct about that. Let me show you her. You can't see it. Can I? There we go. Let me make sure you can hear everything and everything's good. Let's see. This is her message to the youth around the world. Ibtihaj Muhammad. I've met her. She's awesome.
I remember moments where there were people who told me I didn't belong in my sport because I was Black, or I didn't belong because I was Muslim. And I know exactly what adversity feels like and how it can affect you. But I would just, tell youth around the world to not allow other people's misconceptions about, your race, your gender, your ethnicity to define them and to dictate their path in life. And they can do whatever it is that they set their mind to.
Team USA. Yeah. And she's so nice in person, Sometimes like you meet people and you're not sure how they're going to really be, but she really is. She's done like a whole talk and everything that I listened to. Pretty inspiring. Yeah. Don't let others define you. Will make history at the Rio Games, becoming the first American athlete to wear hijab while competing in the Olympics. I don't know. Oh, 2016. Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah. So, Ibtihaj can do it. She's wearing hijab, and it's pretty breathable. So, she is very kind. She's very, very nice. Wonderful. Very humble, too. Very humble. Yeah. So, yeah, if you haven't noticed, I am wearing purple lingerie today. No reason specifically. Just, it just kind of looked nice, I thought. Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you think it's inappropriate? Do you think it's, Mr. Owl, does he know about purple lingerie? Probably not. You know, purple is pretty unique of a color for lingerie. You know, black, okay, red even, like, okay, you know, but like purple, how many people have purple lingerie to be able to, you know, send pictures to men that you're not married to? I don't know. Hey, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just, you know, I thought we would dress up our owl a little bit today. So pink, yeah, pink lingerie. Yeah, pink is popular. Yeah, black. Yeah, but your husband is definitely going to know if he's seen you in purple lingerie before. I think he would know. And we're talking about Mr. and Mrs. Moo, by the way. If you're like, what is going on here? It is uniquely identifying. Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah. No, it's not an odd color. It's just, in my opinion, it's not an odd color. It's just like, it's unique. Where unless someone really just loves purple and they have a bunch of stuff in purple, if you were to ask your husband, do I own any purple lingerie? And he says no, like he's never seen you wear purple lingerie, you know? So yeah, we could take her to Victoria's Secret. Yeah, get her fitted. I mean, personally, I think our owl here would look good in like a nice, like light pastel pink, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. You know, plus her dog in the picture. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's just something with Mr. and Mrs. Moo. If you're not aware of what we're talking about, and I'm not going to discuss it in any kind of length because, you know, that's a whole other thing. I'm trying to stay out of it. Well, I am out of it. I'm definitely out of it. I'm just trying to stay out of commenting on it too much, but I couldn't resist, you know. Very true that purple is not a widely sold color. Everything comes in black, red. Purple, though, is very unique. Yes. Well, the individual in purple lingerie is quite unique. So true. So true. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's okay, Marwa. It's a whole thing that's going on in the community. And if you don't know about it, don't worry about it. It's really complex, but it's at the same time like highly hilarious. Like I've gotten ab workouts listening to these streams at night lately. Oh my God, hilarious. Hilarious. But yeah, it has to do with if you know who Missy Moo is. That's what it is. That's what it is. Missy dragging her husband into Coral World and Marty. Shame on her. Yeah. Well, you know, she kind of was asking for it, right? I think. I'm just saying. Yeah. Her wedding gown is, I don't know who you guys are talking about. Her wedding gown is stunning. I don't know who you're talking about. Hey, Archie, all you need is a baby owl on the bosom. True. Oh, a little owlet. Yeah. That would be adorable. Missy Moo and Mr. Moo. Too long didn't read. She pulled him into shenanigans with her lies. Yep. I mean, yeah. That's it in a nutshell, pretty much. She poked the bear. Yep. And it just gets crazier and crazier and crazier because these cows can't just sit and be quiet. It's impossible. Impossible. All right. So you ready to watch spaghetti bolognese diet dinner? She's not calling it a mukbang. She's calling it diet dinner. Interesting. Yep. If you read what Archie is saying right there you go. That is truly that's it right there. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's watch this spaghetti. Oh, we were talking about a Muslim modest designer from Project Runway, Ayana Ife. Interesting. I'll have to check her out. Thank you. You're not ready, Marwa? Okay. What would you like to do instead? Aunt Katie has the story also. Yes, correct. All right. Let's see this spaghetti massacre. She's just said in the workout video that she was craving a big bowl of spaghetti with a bunch of cheese on it, but not because she was hungry, but for like comfort food. And then a couple hours later, she uploads this spaghetti bolognese diet dinner. So.
Hello, foodie beauties.
Oh,
Oh, she's so relaxed after getting her brushy brush.
Just wanted to show you guys my Arabic.
Her brushy brush, really? Her brushy brush. Okay. The cat hates her, by the way, like hates her. So that's nice to see. Hold each other's wings. We'll get through this together. Yes, we will.
Just wanted to show you guys my Arabic coffee I make in the traditional Arabic coffee cups. Well, hello there. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Hi. I'm gonna have dinner with you today. So I'm having a Lipton lemon iced tea, 77 calories. Hello, Beezers. Did you know you can...
Yeah, I refuse to advertise for her. She does it herself on her own channel, and I'm not going to help her with that. She can pay me if she would like. It is going to be an exorbitant fee that she probably can't afford. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not doing that for her. No.
Okay, so I have a low-carb chocolate hazelnut mousse. I'm not like specifically seeking low carb, it's just is. 220 calories. Okay, so this is my portion dessert. I'm eating diet food. Meaning it's real food, it's just portioned out and like calorie counting. Why do we have to stick to one type of diet? Why don't we try different ones every single?
This is a diet meal that she used to. Okay, so these are all pre-recorded. All of these. This is pre-recorded because all of those meals have been consumed. They have eaten all of them. Like Salah was eating them. The cat like grabbed a bun. Like she was starting to eat the diet foods. So this is absolutely pre-recorded from quite a while ago. So we can, I think, safely assume, I know there's a lot of debate about it. I don't look into things that deeply when it comes to like where she is, because I don't care where she is personally. There are people who are looking for her that care where she is, and I'm sure they'll find her. But for me personally, I don't care. It makes no difference to me. And yeah, grab a buddy, everybody. There are handles on the inside of the nest. If you just look around, kind of feel around with your wings, you might feel it's like a little handle sticking out. So feel free to grab that. And if you have a buddy next to you, absolutely grab your buddy. Just keep secure, everybody. We can do this. We got this.
Day. Imagine that. Okay, remember in my last video I said I'm craving spaghetti and spaghetti? Well, yeah. I got their spaghetti. So it's like 200 and something calories. I'm going to put the total here.
All right. Pumpkin Parmesan soup. Fragrant pumpkin and Parmesan soup, 380 mLs, 230 calories, 18 grams of protein, 39 grams of carbs. Wow. 6 grams of fat. Okay. I would not consider this to be a diet type of meal, personally. Spaghetti beef bolognese, spaghetti served with homemade beef ragu sauce, and Parmesan cheese, 280 grams, 290 calories, 24 grams of protein, 42 grams of carbohydrates, 6 grams of fat. Now, I personally use low-carb pasta, and I love it. I don't even taste the difference. Dreamfields is the brand. Mousse chocolate hazelnut, because you got to have dessert, right? Creamy chocolate and hazelnut pot, 220 calories for this. It looks like a little pudding, like a little Jell-O pudding serving. It doesn't even say how big it is, like the size. 18 grams of carbs, 6 grams of protein, 15 grams of fat. No. No. Yep, Miss T Dreamfields. That's what I use. Yep. This is a really carb-heavy meal. I think they meant someone to eat the soup and the spaghetti and the dessert. Oh, you don't think? Yeah. Although this is still a calorie deficit for her. Yeah. I mean, a lot of these diet plans, like I've done a couple of them, you specify what type of diet you're following. There's even ones that are just well balanced if you just want more nutrition. There's low carb and keto. Those are different because low carb isn't necessarily going to be high in fat, but keto is. You can usually specify what you're doing, but I don't know. I'd rather pair pasta with a salad. Yeah, or some steamed broccoli. Soup seems a little much. 2 hot items on a hot day. Yeah, I think they are probably meant to be separate because that's an odd combination. Like pumpkin parmesan soup, maybe like with a chicken dish or turkey or something. But like beef bolognese with pumpkin, yeah, that doesn't really, yeah. A nice big salad would be great for sure. That would be awesome. Oh, I had an awesome salad. I can tell you about my salad. If you don't care, it's okay. Just if you're watching the replay, just go ahead like 1 minute. I'm not going to talk about it for long. I got some organic spinach that was marked down, like it was ready to, like it was on its way out, but it still had like a good like 3 or 4 days left. So I got it. Huge package of organic spinach. And I got a little bit of goat cheese, plain goat cheese. I diced up some tomatoes. I put in dried lentils and and my fig and balsamic vinaigrette. Oh, it was so good. Oh my God. I made another one later that day. It was like, I think it was yesterday or the day before. It was so good. I made another one. Oh, it was delicious. Delicious. It's your channel. Talk about your salad. People are tuning in saying like, is it salad or salah? What are we talking about salad? Is it salah or salad? Yeah. The fig and balsamic is too delicious. It's so good. I love figs anyway, but wow. Oh, man. Yeah. Shame she doesn't like keto. Same place has keto beef roulade. I don't know. I don't speak French at all. With creamed broccoli and sauteed mushrooms. 380 grams, 420 calories, 20 grams of fat, 19 grams of carbs, 40 grams of protein. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh, right, Marwa. Oh my God. Teen. The Arabic word for figs, everybody, is teen. Yeah. I thought I was the only figaholic in Egypt. Because I'm like, you can't find figs like that in the States anywhere, even in California. Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. I ate so many figs that my lips were starting to get like tingly. And I was getting like a little bit of red around my lips, like an allergic reaction. That's how many figs I was eating. And they're so seasonal. Like nothing, like here in the States, you can get anything any time of year. You can get a pineapple in January or August, it's going to be imported from somewhere. But there, like fig season is fig season and that's it. So I remembered like I was eating all these figs and then they went away for a while and I'm like, I want some figs, but they weren't in season. Well, I'm at the supermarket and I hear this woman say, oh, teen. And we were in the produce section and I said, oh, and I turned and she was going over to the figs and she even went like underneath the produce display where they had like all like the newer like trays of figs underneath. And I'm like, oh, I'm learning so much from this woman. So I always went underneath because people weren't like handling them and stuff because they're very fragile. Well, they're not fragile, but you can squish them. You don't want people touching them and stuff. Oh my God. And then my teen story. And then I'm like, there's gotta be, I was getting them at the supermarket and I'm like, everything's so local. You see these families, with the donkey, towing the cart with the family. Yeah, seriously. Magnuna. Yeah. With towing the cart like with all the produce like from the farm. They even bring these carts like on the highway. You have to avoid the donkeys with the carts on the highway even because they're coming from their farm and they're delivering to wherever. Well, sometimes they just set up like a little like a produce stand, like if you think of like a farm stand. And so I'm like, why am I going to the grocery store when there's gotta be one of these places literally down the street? So my ex and I just got in the car and we drove to this area that's kind of like farmland, sort of, or farming land. I shouldn't say farmland, but And then when we saw one of these things. And so he's like, how many do you want? I'm like, 4 kilos. 4 kilos. And then I'm like, believe me, I will eat them. And that's like 9 pounds, like 8 or 9. It's over 8 pounds of figs. And I ate them. I just kept them in the fridge, and I would eat several a day till I started getting, like, my tongue was starting to feel sore. Like, yeah. And my ex was like, you're going to be in the bathroom. I was like, that's okay. I don't care. You know, it really didn't have that kind of effect on me, but my lips were getting sore. Oh my God. So yeah, I love figs. I do. Hey, Blondie, how's it going? Nice to see you. Hey, Crystal Voss, super late, wanted to say hi. We'll rewatch went over to see what I missed. Okay, cool. 8.8 pounds of figs. Yes. Fig fiend for short. Teen fiend. They're so good. That's how you feel about passion fruit. Oh my God. And honestly, I haven't had a fig like that since I came back to the States. I buy them all the time whenever I see them. They're always really small. I even tried buying like a little fig tree. You know, I'm not in the right zone for that to grow it, but I kept it inside, and it's just not going to happen until I go back, sadly. So, yeah. I knew what you meant, Crystal. No worries. On the tree in your yard in Croatia. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I was talking to someone yesterday about, you know, like if I like retire in Egypt when I get older and like I just want a simpler life, I absolutely have to have, like, I don't know if they call it an orchard of fig trees or what they call it, but like I want fig trees 100%. That's fig trees, a fenced in or like or even like bricks around my property, which hopefully I can buy as a foreigner, who knows, with my villa, a house, and just allow all the ballady dogs, all the stray, you know, street dogs to come and be safe on my property. And I will go out and pick the figs, and the dogs will be fed daily and have plenty of water, and they can play, and I'll have a vet come out, you know, a couple times a year. And, you know, that's how I want to live. So we'll see. All right, back to it.
Here on the screen for you. Okay. Smells good and homemade. All right. I look old today. I did the face age thing the other day. It said 33 or something like that. Then I did it today without makeup. And right when I woke up, 66. There's no hope for me. All right. Bismillah. So I had to get, again, I was craving it, their pumpkin parmesan. Their pumpkin parmesan soup, which is just so delicious and creamy. I'll put the calories on the screen there and the total calories for the day. It's so good. Like, oh, it feels like you're eating. It's just like, it's so creamy. It's so creamy, and there's like chunks of pumpkin. I love it. It's like the squash soup I made. I love squash, pumpkin, and soups. So guys, did you guys ever hear the story about the woman whose home was invaded by ghosts?
Seriously. So this is pre-recorded from quite a while ago, I think. And so, yeah, I have no idea what she's talking about in this. So the home was invaded by ghosts. Okay. This ought to be good. Of course you can come retire with me, Juliana. Of course. You have a green thumb and you can groom the dogs. Perfect. Perfect. Bring your mom too. Anna, get in the car. We're getting on the plane.
And they wouldn't let her sleep. They kept her up all night by singing Neil Diamond. Yeah, me neither. I have no ghost stories today. I think I told my paranormal experiences to you guys ad nauseum, so. I was, though, reading about this story. Of course, on TikTok. I completely just realized editing this that I forgot to tell you the whole story. Sorry, guys.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Scatterbrain here. I don't like posting on TikTok that much because, like, you don't get paid on TikTok. Like, I saw creators on TikTok talk about this, like, how much do I get paid on, like, a 4 million view video? And they're like, nothing. I get absolutely nothing. So my 4,000 views, I mean, I have enough to worry about, like, doing videos on here, you know?
How did she not know that? How did she? I mean, I'm not on TikTok. Like, I don't post them. I think, like, I put my one short that I did for YouTube. I think I put that on TikTok. But, you know, I don't go. I used to go on there more often, but I don't know. I just don't find it that appealing anymore. But I've always known that monetization is, like, extremely difficult on TikTok. Like, yes, you can have millions and millions of views, just like on YouTube Shorts. If your whole YouTube channel is just shorts, good luck getting paid. Like, people have shown millions of views and, like, a couple bucks. So, you know, she's saying I have enough to do on YouTube. Like, yeah, if you're also working to put content on TikTok, it's really not. If you're looking to get paid for it, it's not worth it. If you're just doing it for fun, if you have, like, a message you want to get out and you don't care about getting paid, like, then, you know, whatever. But yeah, I wonder how she didn't know that.
So that takes up my time, plus then regular life. I just don't have time to make a serious following or try to build anything on TikTok. So my account is more for watching and stuff. Maybe I could do karaoke on there. That's what I like, but I love you guys, so I don't want to make your ears bleed, so. Julia, I'm trying to put her in the room with Salah while I do my videos. And the reason I don't, I know you're wondering, why don't you just lock up your cat? One, because it's mean, and I feel bad. Two, because she revenge poops on everything if we annoy her.
She revenge poops. The more I hear from Chantal about the cat's behavior, the more, I mean, if anyone needed to be convinced that Chantal is horrible with animals, for a cat to be doing anything outside of its litter box is a huge, huge red flag, as it is. Like, something is seriously wrong. Like, cats don't want to do that. They want a clean litter box. They're going to go in and they're going to use it. The end. If they're peeing in different places of the house, like she said, it peed on her bed. If it's pooping outside, of the litter box, that's really effed up. Something is either wrong with the cat health-wise, or she's being treated so poorly that this is her way of acting out. It's awful. Crystal, I totally agree with you. She needs 0 animals. She should never have another animal to be responsible for again in her entire life.
Vindictive. She's a diva and a princess, so... Do you lock up princesses in rooms? No, you don't. Well... Wasn't Gretel a princess?
What is this incoherent babbling? She's a princess. Okay. Do you lock up princesses in rooms? No. Wasn't Gretel a princess like Hansel and Gretel? I don't think so. I mean, I don't really remember all that, but I don't think so. And what does that have to do with anything? If you're saying, Chantal, that Gretel was a princess, and I don't know. Why am I trying to understand this? Why am I trying to logically figure out what she's talking about? Oh,
man, Hansel and Gretel. No. Who's the one that let down her hair long? What's that girl's name? Rapunzel. Wasn't Rapunzel a princess? And man, she had some strong hair. I mean, what made her think? I don't know the story. I should just read it. You know. But she must.
no, look it up on TikTok. You don't have the attention span to read an entire fairy tale. Oh my God. The lack of something to talk about. She has so little going on in her life that she's talking about fairy tales. What?
Must have been using some really good shampoo and conditioner. Those ancient remedies. Her hair had to be strong enough to, like, stand her prince's weight. Maybe it was a combined effort thing. Maybe she agreed, okay, in order for us to be together, I have to grow my hair so you can climb it. But you have to do your part, and you have to fast and drink Diet Coke for a few years so that you can be skinty enough to climb my hair without ripping it out of my head. Makes sense now. Anyway. So yeah, my cat revenge poops.
Okay, tell us about this, Chantal. Tell us about the revenge that Julia has in her heart.
So I tried it once to put her in the room when I was doing a video, and then I'm like, no way, because she specifically poops on things I don't want her to poop on. Beezer. That soup is amazing. All right, let's try this. I don't have Parmesan, but there seems to be like a sheen of cheese on it.
A sheen of
There's
cheese.
supposed to be Parmesan on it. So let's it's a little dry, but it's because they put like the sauce with the noodles. I don't mind, I guess. This is bolognese with parmesan. Mmm.
Look at this tiny little napkin they gave her. Like, sorry, you're going to need like a towel.
Don't need lipstick since it will be bolognese soon on my mouth.
Oh, who do we have? Stevie, Stevie. Oh, I can't take down the thing fast enough. Let's show it again. Let's see. I gotta know who's the new Nesty Bestie. Wait a second. I got all kinds of stuff going on here. Wait a minute. Oh, that's why. Oh boy. I need to fix my setup. All right, one sec. How am I going to do this? Oh my God. How did I get this turned around? I don't know, but I did. All right. Sorry guys. I'm all over the place. I had a feeling it wasn't set up correctly. All right, Foodie Beauty. Of course, like everyone else's video comes up first. Okay, and we are at 10:25. Oh, By the way, if you're liking the stream so far, please hit the like button. If you're not yet subscribed and you want to chat with us, please feel free to subscribe. We would love to have you join the nest 100%. We're all pretty friendly here, all the owls. Try to be anyway. Okay, let me get this over here. There we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Are we good? I think so. Sorry for the tech issue here. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. One moment. I just have to see who's the new Nesty Bestie. We gotta know.
I love you, Chantal.
Stevie O, welcome to the nest. I hope it was worth it. All right, back to, wow, this is still messed up. All right. Oh, well, we'll just have to, we'll just roll with it. What else can we do? Okay, here we go.
Don't need lipstick since it will be bolognese soon on my mouth. I wonder if they have I should make food named lipsticks. Pumpkin parmesan. Bolognese. Hazelnut pudding. Chocolate. Hazelnut pudding. I never tried to wear brown lipstick. I don't know why I said brown that way. And I wonder what it would look like on me. I should try it. I don't think it would be good with my skin tone. What do you think? Maybe.
I think no. I think brown would be horrible with her skin tone. No, Barden, how's it going? Surgery went okay yesterday. Back is so sore. I will know something end of week. Almost back to the ER this morning. Oh, could be much worse. It can always be worse, right? I'm so glad surgery went okay and that you know, everything will be on the up and up from here on. God willing. God willing.
Black looks atrocious on me. The black lipstick. My goth days were torture because of this. I wanted to be cute goth, but I ended up looking like the chick from, the chubby goth chick from South Park. With her skinny puppy poster. Man, I used to watch South Park quite avidly. Yeah, I know. Totally. Haram in every way. All right. Sorry, I forgot I was doing mukbang for a second. My mind veered off to something that in my life that I was thinking about. Oh, I love lemon iced tea. I drink mostly water. Still shisha free. Honestly, that doesn't really... It hasn't been as hard as I was like thinking it would be. So I'm happy for that. That's how I used to smoke. That's how it is with me with smoking tobacco. Like, tried my first cigarette behind a school. I mean, like, it's just typical story. I was 15. No, it was at a party. Oh, these parties, I don't know how I ever thought they were fun. Just, I don't know. Somebody gave me a cigarette. And I coughed my brains out. I didn't like it, but then I just kept doing it. I don't know why. Because it was like the cool thing to do, you know? Everyone, peer pressure. I was peer pressured. Which is totally not how I am. Like, goes everything I'm against now. You know? Be yourself, do what you think is right kind of thing. You know? Don't follow the masses. But back then, oh yeah. I wanted to fit in. And to fit in, you had to do things that were just bad. Like smoke, drink. Do really dumb things. That was good. It's a nice portion, and it satisfied my spaghetti craving. Do you see how my brain works? Like in my last video, I was thinking about spaghetti. So then I like obsessively think about that food that I want to have until I have it.
Okay, so that confirms that the exercise video was done like a month ago, minimum. Wow. So she's even worse now. So she probably even now couldn't do 90 seconds on the elliptical. Wow. It's not good.
It doesn't mean you have to give in to those. I know, but I thought, let me find let's see if one of the diet services has portion controlled, made with lighter ingredients. Okay, so let me see if they have a version of that. Most of them do. I love shopping online, and especially for like these kind of things, like for dinner, I get to pick like, you know, okay, this, and there's so many different options. There's like a pasta section, there's like salads, soups, sandwiches, stuff like that. All right, let's try this chocolate hazelnut mousse. Bismillah. It smells like chocolate pudding.
You can tell she hates it. Yeah, she doesn't like it. Like, you can tell usually when she eats something that like she really likes, like you see the endorphins flood her face. It's in her face. Like you can see her like and I don't mean like the eye rolling and the stuff she does for the people who pay her to do that, but you can see like a sense of relief come over her face. But this, like, she's like, nah, yeah. And it doesn't even have the best macros. This is not even great as far as like diet pudding even. Lemon Seed says, why, weird question, but why is one of her arms always down at a time? It's like she uses one hand for a lot of things. I don't know. I don't know. She's odd in general, you know? She has never denied herself a day in her life, never suffered to be better, never pained for gain. She literally cannot get better because she will not deny herself a damn thing. Yeah. At some point, it's just got to be like, you must get sick of it. You must get tired of it. I guess not. I don't know. Does her I just want to eat. Oh, I lost it. Does her I just want to eat moment line up with the pre-recorded exercise videos? Yeah, this does. Because at the end of the elliptical video, she was saying that she was craving spaghetti with a bunch of Parmesan cheese on it. And then this was this like went live, like uploaded a couple hours after that. So this is all pre-recorded. Yep.
Yum. I wonder what they sweeten it with. Made in Kuwait. Doesn't say.
Oh, that must be a real thing in Kuwait. No list of ingredients, huh? Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if she stops to eat a dessert enough to read a label on something, she's clearly not into it.
6 grams of protein. Oh wow, that's very rich. Like super rich. Maybe because it's keto.
Well, that whole meal wasn't keto at all. It was very high in carbohydrates. So why would the dessert be keto? Like if she's mixing and matching, that's going to be a huge problem. Like maybe not at her weight because the calorie deficit would be enough to get her through. But I mean, none of these things even matter because she's no longer even doing this. But, you know, just in general.
Oh, I want Salah to try this. I'm gonna leave him half.
Would you want to eat half of that after she just dug all in that and licked the spoon? Ugh.
And see if he likes it. Whenever I like something, I always think of him like, you have to try this. Are you guys like that? He's like that with me too. He'll eat his dinner and then leave me like a little piece section to try. My legs are so sore just from that 2 minutes on the elliptical. I can't get over that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for having dinner with me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Well, another boring mukbang with no content whatsoever. Unbelievable. I don't know how her channel keeps going. I really don't. There are so many channels who put in like a ton of work, a ton of effort, and they hobble along, like picking up subscribers here and there, like slowly increasing in views. And then you got people like this who do like not even the bare minimum. Not even. And it's like, she's already got 7,500 views on this in the last 15 hours. But no one's watching for the spaghetti. They're watching to find clues to see where she is. Are you in Canada? Are you in Kuwait? Yeah. The reactors keep her alive. Definitely. Yeah. I mean, I've seen people comment on her channel saying, like, I found you through a reaction channel. Like, I saw these channels, like, talking about you, so I came to watch you. Yeah. Because you search for her, and she's not first on the list by far. Not even close. So let's check out her social blade. She has bought another 100 subscribers. But I think people have stopped unsubscribing, sadly. But let's take a look. Half the time you can't find her in a search. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's why. That's why. Now I see what my problem is. Okay. Okay. I was trying to be fancy, I guess, and it didn't work. Some of these streaming things are so needlessly complicated. Needlessly. Okay. Yeah, let's look at Social Blade. I think the people who stopped unsubbing aren't even active on YouTube anymore, kind of like the kind who'd be culled after Google culls accounts. Yeah, but when they do their culling, she really doesn't go down like at all. So I don't get it. I don't really know. All right, so if you're not familiar with Social Blade, this is just a website that you can look up it's all different social media. So YouTube is on here, Twitter. I think you can look up Instagram as well, but you can look up any YouTube channel and see like how many uploads do they have, how many subscribers. Yeah, she still has 94,000. And just gives you some background on the channel itself. When she created the channel, 2014. This doesn't necessarily mean when she started uploading, because like if you're commenting and if you're able to like videos, you're in an account, and that account has a start date, a created date. So that would be your channel creation date, even if you don't upload a video until 10 years from now. So let's see. And it shows the last couple of weeks, and then you can look at a full 30-day view. So Foodie Beauty from 8/2 to 8/15, and she's only lost 900 subscribers, not even 1,000. And then she bought another 100 on August 12th. So she's fine. She's doing fine. No wonder she doesn't panic, She's like, my subscribers go up and down all the time. I don't really think much of it. And it's like, yeah, it's true. It's like Trisha Paytas, if you've ever watched her. Like, her views and subscribers have done the same thing because she's very controversial. But she also doesn't sweat it, because she's like, it goes up and down constantly. Like, it'll come back up. It's not a big deal, because she's been doing it for years and years, So she's not hurting. It's not a problem. Now, we could look at Kaya's subscribers and see. That's that's a much more drastic effect, what's happening with her channel. I spelled her name wrong. Let me put up a poll for you guys. I'm curious. I am curious if, spit it out. Just spit it out already. I'm curious if you would be interested in a Kaya video, because I have been compiling something. However, the issue is starting to die down. And if you're kind of over it and you don't really need to hear anything more, that's kind of what I feel like where the community currently is at. I do have all of the legal documentation, like his appeal, everything that I've gone through, and looked at all of the charges specifically for the state of Nevada. So if that is something that you would like to delve into, let me know. And I'm going to put up a poll so you can decide and let me know. Okay, here's the poll. You're not interested in her. Yeah. It's very, yeah. Okay. You like a legal overview of and we wouldn't be talking about anything real specific as far as like what was done to whom or anything like that. I don't have those details. I don't know if they're out there. But I have already done a lot of the video, and it takes a lot of time to put a video like that together. But so I'm kind of like, I'm at a point where I'm like, it's starting to die down in the community. Do I still want to finish it, which is going to require a few more hours of work? Not a big deal, but like, if people aren't interested and don't watch it, then it's not worth it for me to go through. So I'm interested. I have the charges. I have everything from the state of Nevada, and I have everything linked. So each of his charges, the statute is linked. So you can read exactly what the definition of the statute is. And then we read through the appeal to see what he was actually appealing and why his reasons for appealing weren't a reason to overturn anything at all. The actual reason why. It's not enough for him to just say, but, no, it's not. So I'll leave the poll up for a little while. I'm curious. I'm not all that interested in the topic personally. I can't say I'm not interested. It's something huge that's happening in our community, but I haven't wanted to discuss it because it's just so vile and nasty, and it brings up so many emotions for so many people. It's very triggering, extremely triggering. I've watched people really, really get triggered from this and have some serious, like it brings up a lot of things for a lot of people. And I don't want to contribute to that. I don't want to be just another channel that's like, yeah, let's talk about this. So that's why I'm hesitating. When I first started working on it, I was like, I don't even feel good about making this video. Not that you should feel good about the topic, but I don't feel good about putting this out in the community, even though it's like all the background and stuff, because still. So I'll leave it to you guys to decide, really. I haven't seen anybody go over the legal stuff yet. Like, I've seen people talk about the charges and like, yes, this is what pandering means. Like, okay, but what was the potential sentencing? The sentencing that he received, the type of plea that he submitted. It's not just a straightforward guilty plea, by the way. So we could look at that. And it really has nothing to do with Kaya at all. It's all about him, what he was charged with, what he pled to, and the appeal. That's what it's about. So I'll do whatever you guys say. I'm not trying to contribute to the trauma in the community whatsoever, but it could be helpful for some people. So for Kaya, she has lost, let me get my calculator. All right. So starting on 8/9, she lost 30 subscribers. August 10th, 850 subscribers. I agree. Wicked Weird Wednesday. Be interested in the legal documents. I don't need to see any more of their faces or voices trying to justify what he did. That would be a good take. Because I do have a lot of the video of the interview, Kaya by herself in that deleted video, him trying to, going on What's channel, the awful things they said there, and then his apology. I do have all of that in the video, but everyone has seen most of that. I could just put in some very relevant snippets of them contradicting themselves, because I think some context is needed for people who don't know much about it, and then just stick to the legal documentation from there. That's actually a good idea, I think, if I continue with it. It'll shorten the video way down too, which would also be helpful. Yeah. All right. So she lost 220 subscribers on August 11th. 100 subs on August 12th, gained 10 on August 13th, which was Sunday. And I would assume, oh, look, she's privating videos also. Great. So she said that, yeah, he's going to come on Sunday. You can ask all your questions and we're going to explain everything. And none of that happened at all. So she gained 10 subscribers, and I think the reason for this on Sunday was because people were looking for a notification, because it was all day that nothing had been posted, and it wasn't put up until like 1 or 2 in the morning on Monday. So I think that's why maybe we see an increase there, people looking for a notification. Then she lost 80 on Monday, and so far today she's lost 10. So for those that don't understand the laws, especially around those things, it's very interesting. And in the appeal, you see %, yes. Anytime a predator wants to draw attention to themselves. I agree. And you also see, I think, too, in the appeal that there's no question about what happened, because we don't see any part of the evidence because he pled guilty. It was an Alford plea, which I explain in the video. But because there was no trial, there was no evidence presented. And I don't know if that would even be public information since they were minors. So, yeah. I'm going off of what other people have said. It's one of the hardest things to talk about, but if it dies down, new people may not know what happened. So it's important to have those conversations. Yeah, that's true. Do you guys think that she'll come back and start posting again, or go live again, like nothing happened? I kind of feel like she'll take like a week off of streaming and then she'll come back. I do. I think she'll be like next week, like next Monday, right? She'll be like, okay, everybody, I know, like, if you've already left, I understand. If you're still here, thank you for your support. Let's talk about Foodie Beauty. I think that is going to happen. She'll try it, Marwa. I think so too. She has so much, she had about 7,500, 7,400 subscribers. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's a good amount, for a small channel. That's like, that's a good amount. That takes time to build up. And she probably feels like, why should it all go to waste? But, if you're not honest from the get-go, then, you think she'll be back. She wants the easy money. I think that we saw, too, in some of the responses in her live chat and in the comments, some of them, you see that there are people who are supporting her, and they also seem to be of the same ilk, that they also apologize for that type of behavior in other people. They could also be guilty of that type of behavior themselves. Why else would you be so understanding of the situation? That to me makes no sense at all. She can try, but I will be there to rip her to shreds. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm sure she's expecting that. You know, there were just two there. I can't say that I was shocked, but it was a little bit surprising to see people that were like, well, it's something that he did, not you, Kaya. And it's like, well, she's still with him knowing that. That doesn't, that's her choice. That's a choice. Indeed, she still has an audience. Like minds are drawn to each other, just like Foodie and the Beezers. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And she's been put to pasture. I agree, Choo. But I think there are still some people that are going to watch. It's going to be a smaller audience. But then I think, like you said, I can't find your comment, but the person who said that basically we have to keep it, like relevant in the community so that people don't forget or that newcomers will know about it. I think that's what will happen. And that's what tends to happen in long-term channels. They go through a scandal. A bunch of people unsubscribe. A bunch of people get upset. Videos are made about it. But over time, new viewers find the channel and subscribe and either may not know about it or they see, look at like Foodie Beauty's new subs. Like she does get new subscribers. Her chat has changed over entirely in the last year. And people who don't know how horrible she is, or they see these reaction channels as haters who are jealous of her. And they don't bother to look into it. So that could happen with Kaya also. How can someone tell audience my husband is a registered offender? Yeah. I mean, I guess you got to find a way. I don't know. I've never been in that situation where I felt like up front, I got to tell you guys something before you even begin to like me or support me or watch me. Like, you need to know this about me. I've never been in that situation, so I don't know. But I think people were upset that they weren't given the option to know about it, that they had to find out this way. So yeah, there are, and I gotta say too, there are, let's look at her graph here. Yeah, look at the subs. Right down. She's lost 1,160 subscribers. I gotta say too that there are some accounts or viewers who I've always thought were a little suspect. Some of them that I've already hidden from my channel, that their behavior on her channel supporting her let me know, it confirmed to me, like, okay, my hunch on that person, because sometimes someone will leave a weird comment and I'm like, did you really? Maybe they're just having a bad day. I never block someone on the first bad comment unless it's really bad. But like, I give a person a couple of chances and I waver. There's still some that I'm wavering on. Like, are you really contributing? Like, I don't really know. But then I've seen their behavior about her situation and I'm like, okay, that clinches it. My hunch was right. So every reactor should tell the audience their criminal past. Now tell us yours. Absolutely. I have none. I've never been arrested. I have no record. I've had speeding tickets in the past that like were kind of expensive. I never had to go to court for a speeding ticket though. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, go with your gut. If you get the icks, trust it for sure. Yeah, there are a lot of channels that have criminal records, and like those people with criminal records tend to think that everyone has one. it's pretty, I don't know why, but I'm like, I don't think I even know anybody personally who has a criminal record, like in real life. But these people who have them, I guess they know people, so they assume that everyone has one. Yeah. I mean, I've been to like a protest that I might have gotten arrested during, but that, I wasn't doing anything. It was a peaceful protest. So, I mean, there was no reason to get arrested. There was a permit and everything. Airline agents, flight attendants work hard. I don't have the patience for coach cabin Karens. Oh, I can only imagine on the airplanes. Yeah, there's a lot going on there now. Yep. And I guess too, the canceled. Okay, Marwa. And I guess too, what was I going to say? I don't remember. That's okay. Justification for doing the bad thing. Everyone does it or wants to. Right. Or you did the same thing that I did. You just didn't get caught. It's like, like really, not everyone is like you, There are some people who really try to live a decent life and they don't have to try that hard because it's not in them to do stuff that's bad like that. Those are the people I know, but I'm never surprised at some of these creators. You're a habitual speeder. I used to be, Mama Mayhem. I used to get tickets constantly, maybe 15 years ago or so. And you guys are probably going to laugh, but once I had my dogs, I knew that if I wasn't here any longer, I can't let that happen. They have no one to go to. No one's going to understand them. So my driving became a lot more defensive, and I haven't gotten a speeding ticket in 15 years. So, but before, I didn't have anything to worry about, So, yeah. So if you have had a record, you shouldn't stream. People change. Don't be a prick. That's not what I'm saying at all. Sure thing. At all. I don't know if someone in the chat is leading you to believe that. No, I don't think that at all. Some people, let's say you were a shoplifter and, you were going through a weird time in your life. Maybe you had an addiction or something and you were shoplifting, but now you're clean, you're fully sober, you're in recovery. And you can't even believe that you did that. And maybe you paid a fine, maybe even served some jail time. You're reformed. That's one thing. Okay. That's a crime. Yes. But you're different now. You weren't in your right mind. You're a totally different person now. Maybe it was 20 years ago, right? We're talking about a man who prostituted children. And he has a kidnapping charge as well. He lived from the proceeds of what he made off of these children. That's also a charge. Lived in a house of prostitution. So basically, he might have had these girls living with him and pimping them out. And this was in 2005. It was 18 years ago. He served 5 years of prison. From his own mouth, said that he was not remorseful. He said that they were ladies, didn't refer to them as children or minors. Even if you just say minors, they were under the age of 18. This is why I looked through all of the laws. That's why. Because I'm like, what is a minor in the state of Nevada? What is it actually? I've seen some people saying the age of consent in Nevada. That doesn't have anything to do with this. If you are, if you're thinking statutory R, the adult is 18 and, the minor is 16, that's about statutory age of consent. This does not involve that at all. This is pandering, pimping out children. That doesn't matter what the age of consent is. It's a totally different thing altogether. So the age of majority in the state of Nevada is 18. And anyone under the age of 18 is a minor in Nevada. So pimping out kids, we don't know how many. He said there were a few. Kaya comes in and interrupts and says that they chose this lifestyle, that she's been in this lifestyle, and they don't see anything wrong with it. And in her first video said that there were no victims. There was not a victim. I'm sorry. If you're convicted of a crime with a minor, there most certainly was a victim. There most certainly was. It even says, and this is why I feel like the appeal language is important. It says in the law that it doesn't matter if the minor appears to give consent, if the minor had any prior experiences with being trafficked before. It doesn't matter if the minor says, yes, I want to do this. Even if they said that, it's still a crime because that person is not the age of majority and cannot give consent, no matter if they stand on the rooftop and say, I want to do this. He cannot say, and this is what he tried to appeal, he cannot say that she wanted to do it. She's done it before. She told me she was 18. That's also not valid. Also not valid. Here we are 18 years later. He's done 5 years in prison. They meet. They've been together for 12 years. She says repeatedly. I don't know how that's supposed to matter to any of us at all. To me, it makes it worse. It's not like she just found out 6 months ago and she's been trying to get her act together to get away from him. No, she's been with him for 12 years and knew about all of this, knew about it. And says that she's been in this lifestyle. She's been on the streets. She's lived in the hardcore neighborhoods of Atlanta. She's been through all of this. He's picked her up when she was down. I mean, it's just like the mentality. 12 years. And you knew about it and you're okay with it. There was no victim. There's nothing to be remorseful of. This victim had a pimp before me and had one after me. So I'd say she's okay. Why should I be remorseful about something that happened 20 years ago? That is what he said. That's why I think some of this language is important to include in the videos. You get it from their mouths, these words that they're saying. And she defends him. She knows that the rest of the society thinks it's effed up. Otherwise, she would have just talked about it. So she comes across as you feel like she's been caught. That's how she comes across. Like, I've been caught. Now I have to talk about this. But also feeling a need to defend him. It's okay, sure thing. I'm just explaining myself. I'm going off on a tangent. This isn't directed at you. Sorry. Let me take your message off the screen. This isn't directed at you. I'm sorry. I don't want you to feel like that. I'm sorry. And nobody pick on sure thing. I think I'm just like, I'm venting because I haven't talked about this yet with you guys. It's a lifestyle, right? And talks about she has a BMW. She has a Ford F-150 with $6,000 rims. She has a Nissan Maxima. Well, I also have those vehicles because one of his charges is larceny for stealing a vehicle. That's one of his charges. Thank you, sure thing. I'm sorry. You're like, whoa, hey. Sorry. Yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying. Like, if you have a record from, like me, I was at a protest. If I got arrested, I would have a record. Would I come on here and feel the need to tell you, like, straight up? Probably not. It might come out eventually. But, I mean, she came across like she has been caught. And these vehicles, like she's talking about, they're not even new. They're old cars. They're like 20-year-old cars. I'm sorry, if you're putting $6,000 rims on a truck that's falling apart and probably has rust on it, you need to reevaluate priorities in general. For real. And, you know, the address is out there. It's on Kiwi Farms. I don't dox people. Her name is not Kaya, by the way. It's not even Kaya. It's not even close. It's not even close to Kaya. And the address is there. I looked at the house. It's a nice little house. It's nothing like, oh yeah, we live this lifestyle, like they're gangsters, pimping and like rolling in cash. And no, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. The picture of the house on Google Maps was really old though, too. So who knows? Could be worse, could be better now. The ceiling is falling in, but they got $6,000 rims. Yeah. Let me take this off the screen. Put my lingerie picture back up. So, well, no, you're not going to use your real name if your boyfriend is a pimp. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. So I saw people just saying, like, I wish we had known this. We thought, like, a lot of her charm was like her brutal honesty. Like, you could count on her to say whatever was on her mind. She wasn't going to sugarcoat things. I've watched her a couple of times. I wasn't a regular watcher. I don't have many channels that I'm a regular watcher of. There are a couple that, like, I always like, oh, I get the notification. I'm going to watch it at some point. But I think she went on late at night. I've caught her a couple of times. Anyone that doesn't have basic technology by 2023 and is putting the camera on a monitor, that automatically makes me like, okay. Okay. So that would have turned me off anyway. But I guess what I'm saying too is there's no reform. There's no reform. There's no, like, he did do community service and probation for the vehicle theft, but that was like in the late 90s. And unless someone goes through a real program where they talk to victims or victims share their stories about like how they grew up, how they got into this quote unquote lifestyle that they supposedly chose, according to Kaya, and the things how adults took advantage of them and how their lives turned out and how they still suffer with the consequences of what adults have done to them. Unless you really understand that and hear it and feel it, this guy clearly he said he's not remorseful. Right out of his own mouth, he has no remorse. If someone was like, yeah, it was another time in my life. I realize now the impact that it had. Here's what I'm doing now. Like maybe he volunteers in a program to help get kids off the street or something. Like, he told us that he does stuff in his community. But he said, but I'm not going to talk about that. Why wouldn't you? This would be the time to tell us about what you do that's good in society. But he doesn't. He glosses right over it. And he talks about working himself up like in the kitchen of a restaurant. Okay. But that's not what he does now. He has like a car detailing business. Not, and that's great to have your own business, and especially if it's successful and profitable. But he didn't tell us about that. I only know that from some documents that I read. He doesn't talk about that at all. Let me follow up with the chat here while I'm ranting. Let's see. I was in the live when they were being interviewed. I saw that, Mama Mayhem. I saw that because I added that to my video and I included the chat, and I saw her attacking a lot of people in the chat. Kaya called me a bitch because I said she has Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, like, there are worse things you could have said. But her trigger is not being a self-sufficient, independent woman. So for anyone to imply that she's living off of a man, or that she's somehow being manipulated or has Stockholm syndrome, and that's the only reason why she's there, that's her trigger. She needs to feel like she's in control. I think that's why she reacted so badly to that. But yeah, I included that chat in my video, and watching her go off on people and demanding a link from a what? And that didn't help her case at all, especially when the guy was sitting right next to her and piped up. Yeah. Yeah, there are videos here on YouTube of him in a restaurant cooking. I mean, that's fine. That was probably like his parole job, like washing dishes. And then he said he was like a salad prep. And then he went to like meal prep or something in a kitchen. Like, that's fine. That's not what he does now. That's exactly how I feel. Are you serious? If he admitted to being wrong and said how he's doing better, people could try to forgive. I mean, yeah. I think especially as, I don't know if it's, I think really, I'm just going to say as a human race, people tend to be understanding for the most part. I'm never going to say everything's all black and white. There are certainly people who will condemn you no matter what you say or no matter what you've done to redeem yourself. And there will be some people like we've seen that who defend her and him and, have really no reason to be. But in general, I think that people are generally understanding, tend to be forgiving a little bit. Like, we need to hear the whole story. And that's what she kept saying. You're going to hear the whole story on Sunday. So I think a lot of people, I know I did, I tried to just like reserve my feelings and thoughts and judgment until I heard exactly what the whole story was. And on Sunday, he didn't tell it at all. At all. He regretted what he said on the video with a what? He regrets what he said, that he was emotional. Okay. Well, when I get triggered emotionally, I don't lie. That's when the truth comes out, When I'm sitting down with some bullet points like written down in front of me, those are things that I've thought about beforehand in a rational mind. What do I want my point to be? If I'm reacting emotionally, that's going to be the honest truth. So, yeah. Restorative justice actually works. That's what victims really want, is to understand, empathy, and closure, more so than punishment. Yeah, if you know how you affected my life, if you truly understand how what you did affected my life, I guarantee if you have an ounce of compassion within yourself, you would never do that to another person. If someone doesn't get it and they don't want to get it and they have no remorse, what can you do with that person? Throw them away. Throw them away. Because, well, who's to say they're not going to do it again? Who's to say? I always thought she was weird and there was something very off about her as a human. Yeah, FBI agent Frank. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just felt like she's not my cup of tea. The lack of technology irks me because there's just no reason for it. There's other creators who do something similar to that. It just boggles my mind, really. Like, you see me fumbling around a little bit with this, but I mean, I put an owl in a purple lace bustier today. Okay. Okay. And I'm older than them. So, okay. Yeah. Stockholm Syndrome is real. She doesn't have it. She's all about that life. Watch her get mad. She's about the streets. Yeah, she does not come across, even if she is a victim of his, she will never admit to that, or she never wants to be perceived as that. And sometimes, when people are victimized, it hits them. It's like to admit that they've been victimized is almost worse than being victimized. I don't know if that makes sense. It does in my head. But to admit that this happened to me and I didn't want it to happen to me and it effed me up, that can be just as damaging as being victimized. My ex-husband had me so messed up that he brainwashed me to believe that husbands can't rape their wives. Yeah. 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 I mean, that's a thing. That's a thing. As if, they own you because they married you. Your body is theirs. It's pretty effed up. I've never watched her. She wasn't my kind of reactor too. Yeah. And just because I don't watch someone or they're not my cup of tea doesn't mean that I dislike them. I just will spend my time on other channels because I know she did have a following that was like, riding for her. They were riding for her. They liked her a lot. They were always there. And that, they thought she was genuine. And I think that's what some people really feel betrayed by, that they really thought she was genuine. And to know that this big secret was looming underneath that she was keeping. And, I don't think that there was a good way to come out and talk about it. I don't know how you would even begin to do that. Sahara says, devil's advocate. I 100% understand why they didn't go live on Sunday, even before they opened their mouths and said really dumb-ish. It would have been complete chaos with aggression at 100. Yeah. Yeah. And she probably had some moderators that were like, I'm out. I don't want to be here. And how are you going to recruit new moderators at a time like this for her channel, But she could have put on slow mode. They could have taken questions that were, because I'm sure people did have legitimate questions. Because her very first video talking about, like in general, just coming out with it, it was so non-specific and so vague that no one even had a clue. So people were like, okay, he has charges involving a minor. Was it statutory rape? Is that, like, if you heard the whole story, he was 18, she was 17. Let me hear the story. But this is something completely different. Completely different. I'm just saying I kind of want to update on Missy. How's she doing? You saw that purple lingerie and you're like, okay, what about Missy? I fell asleep before they got to Missy last night. So I don't think they spoke to her the night before that, though. If you guys are into the whole story, you have to watch Marty's stream from the night before last. It had me rolling, laughing, dying, laughing. He even said that Missy owed an apology to Nader. I lost it. Oh my God. And she got all like, oh, she does have problems. She has legit problems for sure. For sure. I never, oh, hey. I never understood why she spent so much money on a fancy computer just to do the same thing she was doing with her iPad. It was so annoying. I mean, yeah. And if you have people donating to that so she can improve her technology and it ends up being the same thing, yeah, that's got to be frustrating for sure. Yeah. I didn't and still not treat my daughter any different from her older and younger brother. Yeah, and there's some real disturbing stuff that, Missy is doing. It's, you'd have to go listen to it. There's a whole topic that happened last night that I never want to discuss on my channel ever. It's pretty sick. Yeah. All right. Do you want to look up any other channels on Social Blade before we end for today? Anyone else you want to look at? Because Missy took down her channel. Why did she film the computer instead of doing it like this? Yeah. I mean, there's another creator who does the same thing. And it always boggles my mind, truly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, we could look up Salah and Chantal, the couples channel. See how that's doing. That's not really growing that quickly. Can we watch something funny? Yeah, we should. We should definitely lighten the mood before we end for today. Do you have any suggestions? We definitely should. We definitely should. Let me see. If you guys have suggestions, put them in the chat. I have some like little snippets of my own that I've created that you guys will probably like. Let me put on some music. Chantal riding the ATV in the desert. That's a good one. That's a good idea. Is that on the couples channel or in hers? Just finding her channel now is difficult. Oh my goodness. It's buried. And here we go. Foodie Beauty. Let me show my screen so you guys can help me find it. Okay, Chantal riding on the ATV in the desert. Me and the pole. Oops. You think it's on the couples channel? Okay. All right, 66% say yes to go ahead with the video. Okay. And Chantal. Yeah, they haven't uploaded here in a while. Here we go. Got it. Okay. Let me turn the music on. All right. Riding dune buggies in the Kuwait desert. You guys ready? Oh, premium enhanced bit rate. Oh. Okay.
I'm actually driving.
My hobbysers, away!
Oh my god.
No hands. run me over.
Chantal riding the buggy.
Oh my god, look at this. Oh my god. Look though, she was skinny. She was so skinny then. Oh my god. She probably couldn't even get up on that right now. I'm sure. Oh wow.
Go, baby, go. Yes. Yalla.
It's struggling. It's struggling. It's like the mark cart that she was using at Costco. It was like, yeah. When is this dated? Let's see. 7 months ago. It was December 16th. Wow. Not that long ago. She has gained a huge amount of weight. Wow.
Bravo.
She even had lace-up shoes then, because now she just has those like boots that she like slides her feet into because she can't tie shoes. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, she looks like a big girl, but she doesn't look like immobile, you know, like she does now. Oh, you know what I just noticed though? He's walking with the camera, his shadow. He's walking. That's how slow she's going. Because I'm like, how is he filming this? Is he like riding alongside her? But didn't they only get the one and they're like trading off? He's walking beside her.
Bye. Bye.
Ready, set, be.
Look how much younger he looks. Wow, he looks like a young man. Now look at him. It's like, woof.
Woohoo! Oh, the sun. All right, you guys always wanted to see me go down a hill? Well, watch me go down this hill in the dune buggy. Wish me luck. All right. Dune buggy me!
Was that the hill? It's like a little slope.
Go, baby, go. Yalla.
Hello, visas.
You know something too, like the size that she is in this video, it's like I feel like if she had maintained this level of mobility and went out with Salah, just like walking around and like just eating a little bit better, like she could be in such a different situation right now. Such a different situation. The way she is now, it's like, oh, it's got to seem insurmountable.
Hi.
Hello, guys.
You're a good driver, baby.
Look at him. He actually had like life in his face. His hair is nicely trimmed. His beard is trimmed. Like he's groomed. He looks totally different.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Why you freak out? You are doing a great job so far.
Oh my God. The looks he's giving himself. He doesn't do that as much now. He's like, they did have fun. This was the day after they met. Yeah. So he had no idea still what he was getting himself into. Oh, look at that. He's like, yeah. Yep. Even he's sick of looking at himself. Yeah. Oh my God. Woohoo! Like a daredevil, Salah.
Aw, nice, baby. Woohoo! Yeah.
God. Goes to show she thought she could run away from her problems, and she clearly brought them with her. I knew she went downhill this year, but it's still shocking to see how mobile she was months ago. It really is. It really is. Yeah, virtual troll riot. I don't know if it was the day after, but it was on her first trip there. Yeah. So like he still had no idea what he was getting himself into. Oh my God. he was still like, okay, this could be okay. All right. Yeah, they both changed a lot in the short time they've been together. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. She's gotten more and more unhealthy, and he's gotten more and more burdened looking. Like, he always reminds me of someone who has like a newborn baby at home that's just like exhausted all the time, barely thinking clearly, like so tired and stressed. Yeah, even the music is totally different. Like, the music she plays now in the vlogs is like, even the music is depressing. Yeah. I mean, if they did something, I don't know how expensive this is to rent one of these, but if they did this like even once a month to just go out to the dunes and ride this around, look how much fun they had. Like, that alone could be enough to like pick up their spirits a little bit, you know? Hey, Emily. Hey, Nesty Bestie Emily. You don't feel sorry for him? Yeah. I mean, I don't think any of us feel sorry for him, you know? She doesn't exactly attract like the best character people around her, you know? So, but she brings them down, way down, no matter where they started out. Oh, yeah, that's true. It probably is way too hot now. That's true. They could, maybe they could find something else to do, but she just can't even leave the parking lot now. The dynamic between them doesn't really seem to have grown much since this. They're still so awkward around each other. Yeah, yep, they are. There's definitely no natural chemistry there whatsoever. I think this is where they went camping. Like that fenced in area over to the right, I think was the camping. He looks so young and vibrant.
Ooh, bumping. Just like the electric.
Yeah, back in the day when they were young, newlyweds. Yeah, and life was just starting for them. Yeah, 25 years ago, it hardly seems like it. Time passes so fast. Hardly seems like it now. Oh my gosh. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. We had a long stream today. My gosh, 3 hours. Woo, almost. Wow, it's a long time. Yeah, so thank you so much, everyone who joined the nest today. Welcome. You're the new nesty bestie. There's plenty of room for you in the nest. We'll scooch over. Just plant yourself right here. And if you need to hold on for any of this Chantal content, there should be a handle inside the nest. Just be able to grab that, and then always grab onto your nesty bestie right next to you. Okay? All right. Okay. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Much appreciated. Thank you for the super chat, the support. Much appreciated, truly. Also, if you are catching this on the replay, because I don't go live that often, and my premieres sometimes aren't at a good time for a lot of people, I did put a Cash App in the description. So if you would like to support my channel in that way, you can do a super thanks on the video itself. It's up near the share button, or Cash App. That would be fantastic. Also, just watching my videos, subscribing, and giving me a thumbs up is also a form of support. So thank you to everyone. Thanks, and have a wonderful day. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.